with opening statements from Coach.
First of all, credit UNC Greensboro. Great fight, especially in the stretch. And, hard-fought basketball game. I thought both teams competed extremely hard and played tremendous defense both ways. And they swung, we swung, they swung, we swung, and they got the last one in. And unfortunately, the clock ran out. But proud of my guys, proud of our team, proud of our program. And these two right here played their absolute hearts out. And our whole locker room did. And it's somebody had to win, somebody had to lose, and that was a tough one. But couldn't be more proud of our fight. Couldn't be more proud of what our group's done all year. And what a team, what a year.
Questions?
Coach, there down the stretch when Alex, I think, got the steal with about 30 seconds left, you're down 5. Obviously, things kind of took a little bit too long to get going that you want. What kind of happened there?
I mean, that's a broken floor play. You get to steal, and you would love to keep the ball on the open floor, and guys run wide, and you can either attack the rim or you can hit somebody that's running wide for a 3. Unfortunately, the ball got bent to the sideline more than what you'd want right there. And that's if you pause right there to try to run a play, then all of a sudden that's going to take too long. So you got to try to attack an open court, and you got to try to keep the ball in the middle of the floor. And unfortunately, we didn't.
Matt, just how much did your hand affect the way you played? And the way you played, does that just say how badly you wanted this game and this for your guys?
Yeah, I don't think it affected it very much. I missed some shots that I should have made, and all you can do is go out and play as hard as you can. I was going to play no matter what, but yeah, I don't think it was the deciding factor on whether I missed or made the shots.
Jordan, the second half, you really found your shooting stroke. Just talk about was there something in there where you guys used defense to kind of get you in the flow of the offensive game, or was it just you knew that you had to find your game to kind of get Furman back into it and get them out of a lull offensively?
I think we've built our team on playing hard on the defensive end of the floor and letting that spark our offense. That when we really turned things around this year, we really decided as a unit that we were going to buy into the defensive end, and we were going to use that to let it fuel our offense. And I think late and coming out in the second half, we did a great job of that. And we really focused on that, and the offense started to turn around, and that's typically what happens for us when we buy in on defense. Good things happen on the other end. So I think it was. I don't think it was me changing my mindset at all. I think it was us together just buying into the defensive end, and typically when we do that, the offense kind of comes with it.
Jordan and Matt, given how very good you were for long stretches, does the outcome feel cruel to you, and why, yes or no?
Yeah, I think any loss feels cruel. Whether you're up or down throughout the whole game, it still hurts the same. I think it adds a little bit that you're in the conference tournament and you let one kind of slip away, but I don't think the game as it went on, as we were up or down, I don't think that would have mattered.
Yeah, like Matt said, any loss hurts when you got a group like we do, who are so competitive and we love it so much and we love each other so much, and we fought, we laid it out there, and just happened to fall a little bit short, but we went out there and fought and gave everything we had. So cruel, yeah. I think any loss is cruel. Any loss hurts, but the thing we got to do is just learn from it and learn from some of our mishaps down the stretch and how we kind of let it slip and build from it and try and avoid it again in the future. I don't think we're done. I think this group's done a lot. This is a special group. We're gonna have more opportunity in the future. So just take what happened here and learn from it and build on it, and let's keep going.
Save it for the
Bob, obviously, I know the goal is to get to the final and win the thing, but did you also feel like you guys were playing to make an argument for an at-large bid, that whoever won this would have a better statement if that came into the conversation with the committee?
You know, I think so. I mean, I think the easy coach speak answer would be to say no. But if I'm just being honest with you guys, you know, the ultimate goal for all of us is to somehow play in the NCAA tournament. And in the world of mid-major and low-major athletics, you got to win this thing. And the reason you have to win it is to get there, right? Because that's just how it's always been. But this year's unique. And whether it's us, whether it's Greensboro, I don't know. But if you're going to sit here and tell me this is a one-bid league, that's nuts. I mean, that's just, you know, I saw the bubble article from Sports Illustrated this morning, and it basically gave us a desperation shot, but yet there were only like 3 teams on the whole list that had a better net ranking than we had. And, you know, it's the easy thing to do. I mean, they got teams on the bubbles in the 60s and the 50s in the net, and, you know, we're sitting in the low 40s, and then we got to play a team this good with 28 wins, and then they're going to try to bang us. But then all these other conference tournaments that are going on next week, it doesn't matter, right? But for us, it matters, and it's not right. You know, it's not right. And I get the system, I get how it's built, but this group, if you really look at it, okay, if you really look at it, and you see what this group's come from, and you see what they've done, and you see that, you know, nobody thought this group would be here, right? I think most of the preseason stuff were in the mid 150s. What they've done with basically with these 2 guys and Andrew, and then you got 6 underclassmen that play. And how they've competed in this conference and the numbers that they've put up, just because we got to play in a league this good with 4 teams at this level, I think it's a good argument to say that this is at least a 2-bid league. And I know you might think I'm nuts by saying that, but I mean that at least.
Coach, obviously, it was not what you look for offensively in the first half. It wasn't Furman style of basketball, 1 assist and everything. What did you do different in the second half? And then what kind of happened down the stretch where you just couldn't get anything to really fall? I guess I was.
You know, it's funny. You play in a tournament, and it's quick turn time, right? And everybody tries to play a certain way. So last night, we face a zone, and then they decide last night to take Rafferty out of the game, so we have shots all over the place. Well, then you come in today, and they're going to play Matt 101, and they're basically going to let him get 40 as long as they don't give up threes. And we weren't moving. We weren't forcing rotations. They were able to stay hat on hat. We had 1 assist at halftime, and, you know, we had 24 points. And so really it was about getting the ball moving, getting bodies moving, cutting the way we cut, and not being a stagnant. And you got to break the press. You got to stay aggressive, and then you got to get them rotating. And then once you rotate, then all of a sudden you see it. I think in the second half, we had 7 assists in the second half and scored 38 points. It's a little bit more like it for us. But we had to free up our shooters, and to do that, we needed to get more ball movement and body movement.
Coach, you're talking about the strength of the Southern Conference, and, of course, your team ranked nationally earlier in the season. Wofford right now 22nd ranked going into the championship round. With Alonzo leaving UNCG at the end of the season, really looks like we're setting up a heavyweight battle going into the future between you and your rivals from Spartanburg.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I tell you this. It's easy to try to prognosticate what's going to happen going forward with the league, and, hey, this is this and this is that. I think we learned something this year. I think a lot of people thought some programs were going to take a step back that didn't, and the league got better, okay? And in the world of high majors and the transfers and the grad transfers and all that stuff going on, you can lose sight of building programs, right? And I think what we've got in the Southern Conference right now is we got some people that are committed to building programs. And there's going to be guys that step up, right? Last year, sitting here, I had a press conference, and, you know, nobody knew who Noah Gurley was. Nobody. I mean, Alex Hunter played 7 minutes a game. Clay Mounts played 8 minutes a game. You know, Trey Clark. Nobody. Like, there's going to be people that rise up, and what I mean by that is I think all across the league, and not to get caught in this, but I think one thing, the last thing I'll say about our league, because I am a little convicted about this, I think we talk about the top 4, and that's what everybody talks about. But I think lost in that conversation is the depth of how good the league is, because the top 4 did so well versus the rest of the league. So it's easy at this point in the year and say, well, hey, the rest of the league didn't really stack up. But if you go and look at the non-conference, our 10 seed in this league beat the regular season champ of the Big South. Our 7 seed in this league beat the OVC 3 seed by 20 points in the non-conference. Okay, so you're talking about the 10 and the 7, and that's no disrespect to any other program. It's showing what we have to go up against every single night and how good this league is and really how good it's going to continue to be.
Okay, that's all we have time for. Thanks, guys.